It's Wulf with a bit of a bonus video in the Need for Speed the Run playthrough, kind of. I did the playthrough, finished that like 2 days ago, and got it all edited, and those videos are all pretty much exporting like right now, really. It's about halfway through all of them. There's about 11, I think. But while I was editing everything, I was like, oh wait, there's the multiplayer mode. I ought to play some multiplayer and do a bonus Wolf's Backlog video on that. So that's what we're doing, as you guys can see. I already played a couple matches to see if everything was working. The multiplayer is still online, and there are still a bunch of people playing it, which is a little bit surprising, but that's cool because it means I get to play it for the video. And in general, this Need for Speed the Run has some of the better multiplayer in the Need for Speed series, I'd say. Anyway, though, so we just got this little message after backing out of the session I was in. It says, multiplayer. Compete in online multiplayer by selecting playlists. Playlists offer a distinct experience by mixing different locations, vehicle types, and performance tiers. Complete playlist objectives to unlock all playlists and earn unique rewards. Multiplayer playlists contain several unique race sessions of 3 to 5 races each. Earn points for each race in a session and collect extra rewards as well as exclusive unlocks from the bonus wheel. Play online with your friends by forming a play group. Race together to complete group objectives for bonus XP and exclusive rewards. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and just do quick match because I don't know what playlists are popular. So I'm just gonna go do this so that way I get into a match. Looks like we'll probably end up in the third race of a playlist, the Leaving San Francisco one here. So what car to drive? There's a lot of cars in this game. I played a race with the Aston Martin a second ago, but it didn't go too well, so I'm going to go with the GTR right now. This game's multiplayer is cool because not only does it just play well, because Need for Speed the Run, despite being a bit of an older game and the physics being a little bit wonky at times, it's pretty, like, good control-wise. It's just fun to play. But because this game takes place all across the US, there's a pretty good variety of track types, because you've got, like, snowy ones, you've got not snowy ones, you've got forest ones, you've got city ones, you've got ones from the west coast, the east coast, the middle of everything else. I mean, really the only spot missing in this game is like the south, because you don't go to the south at all, but you've got east, midwest, and west, so almost everywhere. Oh, and no Alaska or Hawaii. Hopefully, when I went to record some stuff earlier and I was like testing this out and everything, it spawned me into a race like after the race already started and everybody was already a good 20 seconds ahead of me. So hopefully it doesn't do that to me this time, because that's annoying and unfair. But I guess we'll find out. And it did do that to me again. As you guys can see up the top right, everybody else is a good 15 seconds ahead of me and the race time is already at 30 seconds, even though I just started. But we'll see if... I guess the main thing now would be just to try to finish the race. Although we are kind of catching up on the person in 6th, it looks like. So, gotta use these ultra good driving skills with a Z. Get myself back in the race. Also, a bit of a tip for this game, drive in the oncoming lane like as much as possible, because it gives you so much extra boost, and if you're boosting while you're in the oncoming lane, it slows down how fast the boost meter's draining by like a lot. Ooh, we are almost caught up to 6th and 5th place. Oh boy. 6th place driver is driving like a normal person. Going real slow. Another little shortcut right here. You gotta watch out for like the orange parts on the map, because those show you where the shortcuts are. Like there's another one coming up right here. Through there. There we go. 30 seconds to get to the finish line. Let's see if we can do that. It'll probably have us go over the bridge. Yep, that looks like where we're going. If we are, it'll be a straightaway for the most of the rest of the race, which will be good. Although we can't go oncoming, so boost is not gonna fill up the quickest. Ooh, this is gonna be a really close call. Oh boy, I can see the finish line, but I don't know if we're gonna make it to it. Barely, no. But again, part of that is because it just threw us into the race like 15 seconds after everybody else started. I've noticed though, it seems to only do that when you're joining a new like group of players. If you're already playing, it seems to be better about actually loading everybody. See, why do I get extra XP for that? Just like throw me into a race that hasn't started yet, so I can actually play like fairly. Can vote on a different race. I think I'd rather do desert at night, but I don't believe anybody else is gonna vote for that one. So, oh, 2? Nope. Okay, yeah. Looks like Pinch Me is the one we're doing next. Through a mountain valley bookended by 2 wide open areas. I'm not sure, but I think all of the tracks in multiplayer are tracks that you drive through in single player, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. I do believe that there's extra vehicles in multiplayer that aren't available in single player because you have to unlock them through races or whatever. Like this Supra, I don't believe is in single player mode at all. Let's see here. Ooh, a Gumpert. Let's go with... I don't think I drove a Mercedes AMG at all in the playthrough, so we'll go for that. I think I unlocked it near the end because it was one of the rival cars, but it was like right near the end, so there wasn't actually really a chance to swap it out, to swap out cars to use the Mercedes AMG. But now we will. If I remember right, in Drive Club, they actually have 2 different versions of the Mercedes AMG, because they have the normal version that's just, you know, a fast car, but then they also have an electric version of it in Drive Club, which is pretty cool. Alright, now we're actually put into a race where we have a bit of a fighting chance this time around. Although, it looks like everybody wants to kind of play a little bit dirty and they're ramming each other off the road. I would prefer to avoid that. Almost completed that little objective down there. Pass one more person and we'll have it done. Oh man, there's a little bit of lag, so there's all these cars bouncing all over the place. Oh, I didn't even mean to take this shortcut, but it looks like I am now. This looks like a reversed version of a track from the single player. I believe it is, actually, because I think I remember the really long shortcut that kind of takes you through a suburb road. There's so many people lagging that like all these cars are just kind of popping out of nowhere at me. Looks like we might have a respectable 4th place this go. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, 5th place is definitely better than the last place that we came in. Well, not even last place that did not finish that we came in last time. So, better. Probably go ahead and play through this whole session for this video. That should make it a good video length. Also, I didn't do commentary on the playthrough, but I want to mention, I don't believe that you can skip these little unlock screens. So that's why between races it took forever to get through all of them, because I just had to wait for all of them to go by, because it didn't seem to be a way to skip them, which is kind of weird, but whichever. Didn't I place 5th in this last race? Or maybe it's like a different objective list, but I could have sworn that I placed 5th or better in this last race. But whichever. Another thing, I'm probably going to end up cutting it out as much as I can in this video, but the loading times in this game can be kind of long. So during the whole playthrough, if you guys thought, wow, that game seems to be loading really fast for a PS3 game, it wasn't. It was just me doing some post-production magic, editing out some of those, a lot of those, pretty much most of the, oh boy, first swim, most of the loading screens. Also, if you guys in the normal playthrough saw that, you know, like, oh, why did his resets jump from 5 to 3? It meant that I cut out, like, a section where I crashed again or whatever. I had to cut out quite a bit because I sort of wasn't doing the greatest at the game, honestly, in some parts. There were a couple races that I had to redo completely, not even just reset to the last checkpoint. So there was a pretty good amount of editing that needed to be done, but not anything too crazy. I guess we can't change cars within races in certain sessions because we're just using the Mercedes AMG again and it didn't actually give us a choice to swap to another car. Can't tell if we're actually gaining ground on the people in 4th and above because, like, they're reasonably far ahead of me. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to do better than 5th this go around. Also, 6th place seems to be catching up on me pretty fast. There's the finish line now. 5th place. So this should be the last race in this session, I believe. I didn't even realize it's set up like a bracket with points and stuff. That's kind of cool. Guess that makes sense for it to be a session, like a mini tournament or whatever. Oh, well, it counted that 5th or better in that race, so that's good. I used to be progressed further in the multiplayer in this game, because I remember when, I believe I bought this game, or well, I mean, it came out 2011, so I was only like 11 or 12, probably got this game as a gift. When this game came out, and I had it as a kid, I remember playing the multiplayer a little bit, so I think I used to be higher level and everything, but with the PlayStation name changes, I changed my username. In a lot of PS3 games, some PS3 games are like broken if you change your username, like Black Ops 2, but a lot of games just reset your progress, which honestly isn't a huge deal. You can still play them, and I mean, I guess it gives you a reason too to replay them to get all your stuff back again. I'm kind of confused as to how drafting works in this game, because in a lot of ways it looks almost like it works as a second boost meter, because when you draft other cars, you don't seem to just gradually speed up like most other games. It seems like it's a meter, like as you guys can see, it's down right of the speedometer. There's that green meter, and that's the drafting meter. Okay, it'd be great if you didn't push me off the road. That's the drafting meter, and it seems to me like it doesn't actually really do anything until it fills up, and when it does fill up, it works as like a mini boost. this race was just primarily highway, because I tend to do better on straightaways, which I mean I feel like is a pretty generic statement, I guess you could say. Probably everybody races better on straightaways, but I'm pretty good at like weaving between cars and drafting and all that stuff in a lot of racing games. Straightaways are definitely my friend. One thing that sucks though, that I believe I've mentioned already, is this game lags quite a bit, and I don't know if it's me or other players. I kind of feel like it's other players because my internet connection isn't really that bad. So it's like stuff just kind of pops all over the place. Hopefully we'll get third. I want to get around this guy. Nope, looks like it's going to be fourth. Alright, not bad. Still, I think that's the best we did in any of those races. Alright though guys, I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So that was Need for Speed The Run multiplayer, a little bit of a follow-up to the Wulf's Backlog playthrough. Hope you guys liked watching me play this. This game has really fun multiplayer, like I said in the video earlier. Probably one of the better Need for Speed games in terms of multiplayer. So, it's pretty nice. Need for Speed The Run came out in 2011. You could probably find it for like $5 at a store or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys in future videos.